Well, welcome to Module 7, where we're going to learn about wireframes, and also welcome a return to the introductory video. Now, I've spoken to several of you over the last couple of weeks who mentioned that these introductory videos were helpful in the understanding of the assignments, so I thought I'd bring them back from here on out. Now, this week is all about wireframes. And in many ways, this is the final segment of a trilogy that began in Module 4 and then continued in Module 6, and now here we'll conclude in Module 7. Now, this trilogy is not about Jedis, hobbits, godfathers, or even good old Marty McFly. This is effectively about constructing the information architecture for your website. Now, when we think back to the concept map, what the concept map did was make you think about the major content types that make up your site and the relationships between those components. In many cases, the labels for the buckets that you came up with might not even appear on your final site. Now, the sitemap assignment for Module 6 asks you to deconstruct a banking homepage website. Now, the reason for that was for you to start to understand how a homepage presents the linking relationships between major components of a website. In this module, the wireframe assignment allows you to start understanding the process for laying out the components on a homepage. In many ways, wireframes are the blueprints for websites. Now, let's get into the assignments for the week. The required readings for this week include a chapter from the Dan Brown book, as well as 2 other websites. Now, one of those sites is actually a segment from the Lynch Wharton Web Style Guide that was included in last week's required reading. I decided to include it again this week as a suggestion that you go back and review this section. It's the section on wireframes. The final 2 documents in your required reading are both less than a page of text, but both of them include images that should help set the level of expectation I have for your work this week. And I also wanted to take out a bit of time to show you examples in this video. What I'm about to show you is one example of a simple wireframe and another example of a high fidelity wireframe. Now, these are both wireframes that I created, and each of them should help you further understand my level of expectation for the work in this module. But before I get to them, I want to say one thing about the tools that we're using to create our assignments and the work. Now, a few of you have expressed frustration using that Axure software in the last couple of weeks. And I don't want you to spend too much of your time trying to figure out a tool. What I want you to spend your time, your mental energy, I want you to spend that on the actual assignments and thinking through the work. So for those of you that have found some frustration using Axure, please feel free to use another tool or another program for this week when you create your 2 wireframes. Whether that tool is Photoshop, Keynote, or PowerPoint, whatever you're most comfortable with. And whatever will result in the highest quality end product for you is the one you should use this week. Now, let's go to the video examples of my 2 wireframes.